Do you want to meet Corey Feldman and Jameson Newlander, the real Frog Brothers? Join us, the Frog Brothers Podcast, August 20th and 21st in San Antonio, Texas for the Summer of Santa Carla presented by Kings of Horror. Help celebrate the 35th anniversary of one of our favorite films, The Lost Boys. With screenings, autographs, artists, vendors, oddities, readings, comics, food, and more. Plus your favorite podcast hosts, Alec, Justin, and Nick. Go to socialrevoltstore.com for tickets and be sure to follow Kings of Horror on Instagram for updates. Looking to win tickets? Listen to the Frog Brothers Podcast from now until the event and be sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts for more chances to win. At Frog Bros Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll see you in Texas.
Yeehaw!
Hi, I'm Jameson Newlander, Alan Frog from The Lost Boys, and you're watching the Frog Brothers Podcast.
What's we doing running from a spooky ghost?
It's refreshment time, folks.
Are either one of these any good?
Do you like scary movies?
I don't watch movies.
I have to return some videotapes.
You have a TV? No. I just like to read the TV guide. Read the TV guide. Don't need a TV.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me Shell. It's the fucking truth.
Over 1,600 titles, each for rent at just $2 the first night, and only...
Finish him.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Okay, channels 18, 24, 63, 109, 87, and Weather Channel.
Welcome to the Frog Brothers Podcast with your hosts, Justin and Alec.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Frog Bros Podcast. My name is Justin.
I am Alec.
And I'm Nick.
Tonight's episode is 119.
Nick, as usual, is impossible to hear.
That was on purpose.
Nick has shit mic etiquette. Unless he's eating or drinking. The only time you're allowed to hear Nick. Exactly. You found the microphone for that. This kind of talks like kind of mumbly a little bit. He should be Nick. You should start a career as a mumble rapper. Yeah, I'm gonna run all the things I like. This is episode 119 tonight. Episode 119. So, crazy shit in the news. Not really, not yet. Anyhow, San Diego Comic-Con is this week, so I'm expecting some cool shit to be announced. What are they saying? Fantastic Four casting is going to be announced?
Yeah, I saw that.
We'll see.
It's going to be Jim from The Office.
Well, there's other people saying that it's going to be this other guy.
Yeah.
And that was only
a stunt for, yeah.
It shouldn't be only a stunt. He was fine as that character. I'd like to see him do it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about wanting to do it, so let's be fair. He probably will do it if they've asked him to, and I'm okay with that. Just let the guy do it. Unless there's some other thing where he doesn't want to do it anymore. Or, I don't know. But, like, I'd be fine with him.
Has he directed anything but the Quiet movies or whatever the fuck it's called?
No.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get into directing heavily. I know he's got that.
Well, that's the thing.
He does the Jack Ryan TV show.
You could let him direct it, too. Because they don't have a director for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him direct it.
Let Ben Affleck.
I mean, honestly, those people like those movies a lot, and they're very character heavy. So I don't know. I feel like
I feel like those.
I'd be okay with it. I'm not a huge Office guy,
but they're making a third
but
one too. I think.
You know, I recognize that he's good in that show, obviously, and he's a talented fellow.
Yeah, no, I think he'd be great. Any other Comic-Con news you guys have heard of? I've started to see some toy release and exclusive releases and stuff, which are just all online sales.
Nope.
Haven't heard anything.
Nope.
I know Yes Have Some is going to Comic-Con this year.
Nope.
So I'll be following their Twitter and Instagram updates to see what they have to say about that. Mostly that'll be my source of information, so hopefully they are posting a lot.
Yeah, we'll just copy and paste what they do.
No, we'll do that from IGN.
IGN. And Ghostbusters News.
And Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
I heard the GoldenEye re-release is in limbo for release, but it's made. A video game.
Like a remake? Or a
re-release, I guess, or remaster, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, for the Switch?
Like it's made, but it's in release limbo or something.
Is that a rare issue? I mean, I think they're the original developer there. Not a who
I would
knows.
assume that they got past that before they made it, but I don't know.
Or it could even be likeness issues. I mean, it was made once, but I don't know. I guess
they look like cubes.
They probably have the perpetuity rights with that game, but I don't know. Since it's a new game, that might be a thing where they're like, I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Didn't it? Well, they remade a GoldenEye game.
They've done it before, yeah.
They remade it with Daniel Craig.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a remake of the old game, was it? It was more of its own thing, just trying to redo.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think you could do it. Like if they did it, they could do it and also do a bunch of bonus levels because they have the 2 bonus levels on there.
Mm-hmm.
They could just add a bunch more that are from other movies to make it more interesting and in the same style, because those are pretty short levels in that game. You know, like
new content.
That's what I mean. Yeah, there could be something cool there because they did what Live and Let Die in a Moonraker kind of levels.
Well, no, Baron Samedi was in the Live and Let Die guy was in the Moonraker level, wasn't he? No, it wasn't.
He was in the Egyptian temple.
There was some kind of crossover though.
Well, one's in an Aztec temple, one's in an Egyptian temple, so it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, the Aztec temple was Moonraker because that's how the movie was.
And
they had the golden gun in the level with Live and Let Die guy. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was the only way to kill him. Is that how it was? I
think so, but you had to kill him like several times.
Yeah. And then he was still alive.
And his laugh. And he would like roll around on the floor.
Oh god.
His little barrel roll.
That's triggering. Some people are gonna like throw the controller preemptively.
Right. I actually started playing through that game somewhat recently, and Mario 64, just because I got the 64 hooked up in here, and I'm like, why not?
Yeah, actually, my oldest son was playing that, and he finally beat Bowser. He hadn't played it in a while, and he went back and finally beat.
I got that.
Which time? The first, second, or third Bowser in that one?
The final Bowser,
yeah,
the final game. Yeah, so he finally beat it. So
I got that Switch release now, and I haven't started playing that yet.
See, I want to. They did a Mario 64. I don't know if does your port have a version where you can play as other characters?
No.
See, they had a version of it on 3DS or fucking just the DS, maybe the original DS when it came out.
I think Luigi was in the game files.
And you could play as Luigi, I think, and Peach, or even, I think, Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi's in the game on the roof.
Yeah, at the very end.
You can get to him, yeah. And then Luigi was in the game files, but I think originally you could play, they were going to have you be able to play as Luigi. But
I would have liked that, just because...
Co-op would have been pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's really when they started getting away from you playing as Luigi, and then they're like, "Hey, people still want to play as Luigi."
They got Luigi's Mansion with
his own series,
GameCube, I think. Yeah,
which I never really got to play that one, but I always wanted to. It looked so cool. I was a big fan of Luigi just because I always played as Luigi as a kid, being the person who could not be Mario for sure. Was no matter what, I had to be Luigi. So. It's like this thing where like I never associated myself with the main character because of that. You psychologically damaged me, Justin.
You're the side.
I'm the side character in my own life. I have the Robin figure. I don't get Batman. I get Luigi. I don't get Mario. No, but I genuinely like Luigi better than Mario, and that might just be because of that. But either way, it's just because I like green better than red, and he's in better shape, so it's got that going for him.
Yeah. Interesting.
If we were the brothers, I probably would be Luigi, so. Because I'm like, a half an inch taller and an inch less fat.
Yeah, you're fat shaming me here. It's fine.
No, I'm like not in great shape or anything, but like, you got a couple of inches on me. I'm sure.
What is it they say? A round is a shape or whatever. Round's a shape. I'm in shape.
I fit into 34 jeans. I don't know about you.
I do. Yeah, that's what I usually wear.
Yeah, but you got a hangover on that.
I got my muffin top.
Yeah, exactly.
My jeans, yeah.
If you go at my fattest point, it still fits 34 is what I'm saying.
Which of you has the biggest penis, though?
Well, the world will never know.
I was going to say.
We can put that information on the Patreon.
We're real brothers, not Eskimo brothers.
I don't know. If somebody paid me $1 million for that information, maybe. Because I could use $1 million, but like...
You wouldn't do it for less.
No. I don't need that kind of weird shit in my life. Believe me, I already got enough trauma related to things that you don't want to hear about. So
I would measure you both myself for $1,000. So.
What?
With
no. How much would it take for you to measure it each? Yes, with your mouth. Who could you fit further down your throat?
Well, I could visually tell that right before I did it. So I wouldn't need.
No, but you'd have to do it though.
Oh, it's a blindfold.
Yeah.
Yeah. The blind taste.
Whose dick is it?
That way you can't be biased.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's what he needs, is a blind taste test.
This one's definitely the Pepsi.
Why has this one got peanut butter on it? You don't have a nut allergy, do you?
God.
Anything else in the news?
Wanted to say that I had something, but I'm just waiting for all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff to come out and go from there. I did pick up this.
I was gonna say, any show and tell. Is that the Egon thing that somebody made?
Yeah. This is the Dirt Farmer custom figure by Plastic Geek. Pretty pleased.
I saw that and I was very interested until I learned that the arms and legs don't move at all. The head doesn't or anything.
Yeah,
it's still cool and I get it. I'm not like
there's 0 points of articulation.
You know, I'm not talking trash on their design or anything like that. I think it's still dope, but I just personally don't have the finances to be pulling things like that off.
Yeah, no, I'm happy I got it. I really like the color scheme on it. I like how it transitions there, and there's some glitter in there to kind of.
You need to get like a black light for some of your photos.
Yeah, I mean, I can go to the purple setting on there, but
well, the purple setting does it a little bit, but it doesn't do it fully. Like, get yourself a real one. I need to get one too, but
a real black light.
Yeah, so that way I can tell when you come with cum stains on your pants to the podcast. I'll black everyone when they enter my apartment.
I was surprised by how well this thing glowed in the dark after I had the light on it last night. I turned the light off. I was like, oh, damn, that looks great.
He said. Yeah. Glow in the dark dildo joke. Anyway, that
was the main pickup I got. You guys get anything for Prime Day?
No, but I did. I have. This is going to sound ridiculous, mind you, but it's because I was looking up vintage cans. As you will notice, that I have a couple of here that I like collecting for photography reasons and nostalgia reasons, and I was looking up cans on eBay.
He's drinking an old one now.
And it's not an old one. Well, it kind of is, I guess, because it has
Jurassic World Dominion on it.
But so I was looking through cans, and I was looking at the 1999 Star Wars Phantom Menace Pepsi cans. And you could find generally for one can for about $7 shipped. It's about the cheapest, or $8 maybe. And those are kind of like the random characters that you don't give a fuck about.
Is that with fluid still in it?
No, I don't care about that. I don't want the fluid in it still. I just want it for taking pictures. I don't want fluid in there. It makes it easier for me if it's not there, to be honest with you. And then
one less to worry about falling.
So I came across a listing that was like 6 Pepsi cans, 4 Diet Pepsi cans, some other, a Mountain Dew can, and a Pepsi bottle, all from 1999 Star Wars Phantom Menace stuff. And it was like $4 with another like a couple dollars shipped. So it was literally like $11 or something I paid. And hasn't come yet, but I will gladly describe some of it to you now.
That guy's finally making some profit on his cans he bought 23 years ago.
Right. There's a Jabba the Hutt Pepsi can. There's a Watto Pepsi can. There's a Shmee Diet Pepsi can. All the women are on Diet Pepsi, by the way. I don't know if that's some subtle weird shit from the 90s. Queen Amidala Diet Pepsi. A Darth Maul Mountain Dew.
I would think that statistically women drink diet soda more than men.
An Anakin Skywalker bottle. And then I can't tell what the other ones are, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Diet Pepsis and 4 Pepsi cans, a Pepsi bottle, and a Mountain Dew can. And then apparently in the description he said he also found 2 more cans, so there's an Obi-Wan Pepsi and a Battle Droid Pepsi.
And you're getting all those?
Yeah, for like $11, which is like quite a few. I won't have to buy any cans for a while. I'll have,
It's about the price of a case now.
I don't even. That's the thing is, I only got that because it was like it came with a Diet Pepsi, a Pepsi, and a Mountain Dew, and a Pepsi bottle. So I was like, that's 4 different things. I don't even worried about how many other ones it came with. Because like I said, it was like $7 for one. So if I was to buy 2, it'd be more than I already spent. And it came with like fucking 20 or some shit. 11, I think.
Well, there you go. That's a good pickup. Oh, so I guess the other big thing that was announced today that I'm not sure if anyone really gives a fuck about, but the Munsters trailer dropped last week, and then today it was announced that the Munsters is going straight to Netflix.
Oh, that laugh goes on for a while.
That's how we feel about that.
Well, that tells you how Universal thought about that movie, because it was a Universal picture, and then they skipped Peacock to let that go straight to Netflix. So Netflix had to pay some serious money to get that, which they're fucking hurting right now anyway. So
Someone tried to say it was always the plan to go to Netflix, but I don't know.
Fucking shit.
I doubt that. It doesn't seem like that.
Did they intend for it to go to the theater or just Peacock?
No, I think it was intended to go to the theater. I mean, it's not a Universal's own streaming service, so the fact that it's...
So they didn't announce where it was going to be released until after the trailer dropped?
Yeah, they just announced where it's going.
So they went by the reaction to the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. People are like, oh. Which some people are like, hey, it looks like it's very faithful to the first season of the show. Or the
people say that. It's like, yeah, it's campy. You didn't watch the original. I was like, well, it had a different cast and different writers. And
yeah.
People with charisma.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And people who could write.
And not Rob Zombie's wife.
Yeah, Sherry Moon Zombie, like, no one gives a fuck about her as an actress. Sorry, as an actor.
I didn't even watch the full trailer. I literally probably got a third of the way through.
I wanted to turn it off, yeah.
And I just was like... Because it was when I first woke up anyway, but usually if there's a trailer that's been released when I wake up, I watch the whole thing.
It's like Viva Rock Vegas.
We pretend that didn't happen.
It's an origin story. It's how they met.
Anyway, anything else? Want to move on to the top 5?
Yeah, so we can talk about that. So
wow. Talk about what? Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead with the theme song?
Yeah.
Top 5. 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 Top 5.
This is top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 zombie flicks. Did we already do this?
We might have.
No, Justin, you're so paranoid.
No, I heard you guys listening to shit during the break earlier, and I could hear you like randomly through the room.
I asked you if you could hear us in the living room, and he didn't answer.
It's possible.
No, we didn't do anything. So paranoid.
It's fine. Things change over time.
No.
That's all.
Your zombie movie opinions change in 2 years.
Yeah, I can.
That guy's dick.
You haven't even watched a zombie movie in 2 years besides Zombieland 2 and Resident Evil.
Ugh.
What?
Both of those are trifling.
Justin and I went to see Zombieland 2. We accidentally went to the interactive theater.
You accidentally went to the movie? I'm sorry. It did look like...
No. We went to the one where the chair moves and they spray in the face and shit.
For that?
And we paid extra. Not on purpose. I don't know what the fuck happened.
For whatever reason, we bought those tickets instead of the large screen tickets.
Shit-eating son of a bitch!
At the B&B theaters. With
It made it a little bit more fun with the moving chair, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't awful. The movie wasn't awful. It just wasn't as good as the first, I guess.
As they said in Mallrats, it was too little too late.
It was, yeah. The first one's iconic, and the second one's just...
They waited way too fucking long for that to be relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The style was done with.
Yeah. I mean,
all right.
Basically. All right. So who wants to go first?
You.
Nick, you're up first.
Hold on, let me open it. I think I put... What did I put? 28 Days Later.
Oh, shit.
Not in any particular order, though.
Bing-a-ding-ding!
Well, that's my number 5.
I haven't watched it in a long time, though. It might actually go higher on my list.
To me, that's great because it was the first really fast zombie movie that we got, but it was also fucking utterly terrifying because it was so dystopian. It like had all the beats that Resident Evil should have fucking had.
It seemed like
failed to deliver on, though.
It seemed like a straight big Hollywood movie. Like it wouldn't seem like just a cheap horror movie or anything either, right?
That's the thing. The first one was very cheap. It was a very cheap independently made film.
But I mean, it wasn't.
They shot it on. That's the thing. Like they shot it on like low budget cameras and everything, like digital cameras.
But I mean,
not film.
But I mean, they took it seriously, is what I mean. I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
the
it also wasn't found footage style, but it was shot with low budget cameras and everything, like handheld fucking shit. So
yeah, typically equipment not associated with major productions at the time.
Yeah,
so took some risks, but I think that movie still really holds up great. It's awesome.
It's a third.
Very nostalgic for me now.
Huh?
I said it's very nostalgic for me now because I remember watching that one the first time and just being like, "Fuck, this is."
I need to watch it in the sequel again sometime. And I think the third one's been in development hell forever. And
yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get that or not. I mean, was it 28
months later? We're way past that.
Was that yours and his number 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my number 5 is Planet Terror.
That's on my honorable mentions. That's a fucking solid flick.
Planet Terror from 2007, part of the double feature of Grindhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Terror, directed by Robert Rodriguez, which has an excellent fucking cast of like.
See, I still have only seen those once, and right when they came out on video, I think.
Yeah, it holds up. It's a fun, splattery, good time, but it also has. I don't know. There's just something about that one. It holds up so well to me.
I need to rewatch those.
I mean, it's a blast to watch.
It's a different vibe than watching fucking Death Proof, I think, but they still fit together as a double feature, of course. But like, I can rewatch that one in different moods. I separate those movies when I watch them. I don't usually watch them together, even though you can. So
yeah, because when they originally hit the home video market, they're individually sold, and then it took a while before they did the 2-pack.
Which I have the 2-pack, and some of them it's not even it is just the 2-pack, but the version I have is one disc, so they're on the same thing with the original fake trailers in there, one of which is directed by Edgar Wright, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what's your number 4, Nick?
I put Zombieland, the first one.
Fun.
You copying my list here, Nick? Because that's my number 4.
Was that?
You're looking at the old list?
No, what is wrong with you?
I see you guys snickering over there.
Don't worry about it, motherfucker.
So paranoid. I think your one's been smoking reefer on the break.
Right.
Nope. Zombieland. I mean, what else do you say about it? It's fucking hilarious, but it's also got some good thrilling moments in there. So.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is 28 Days Later.
Did you know? Is that your did you know voice?
Basically.
Did you know that Alec once cut the tip of his prick in his zipper?
Did you know? That's not true, but did you know Alec once had a tick on the tip of his dick?
That was removed with tweezers.
When I was like 4, by a doctor. It was awkward. It was weird.
I can't remember if I had one on my dick or my balls. Or one of the other.
It was the head of my dick. The head near the end, and I was like, holy shit. Anyway, zombie movies. Top 5 zombie movies. That'd be a fun start to a zombie movie. You get bitten by a fucking tick that's carrying a disease on your dick.
The tick had the zombie virus.
The tick had a virus
so
in it.
Your dick turned into dick. Your dick turned into a zombie first?
Probably.
What are we on?
Number
3 to me? Or
yes.
Is that right? I put the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Interesting.
I watched quite a bit.
I love that movie too.
One of the movies I owned on DVD or whatever back when I didn't have a lot of movies and before streaming. And
it's an honorable mention for me, but that's like highly rewatchable. One of the best remakes of horror of all time.
And you get Richard Cheese's version. Down with
Yeah, as far as remakes go, that's a good one, but it's not on my list.
Oh my god, was it on?
My number 3 is the 2004 masterpiece Shaun of the Dead. That's another funny one, but that's just what's wrong with it.
He wrote a knock joke.
Stop that!
I'm still looking at the old list. This is the second time we've done it. It doesn't matter. No.
We're looking at my list. See, top 5 zombie movies. Which, by the way, speaking of, you said your number 3 was that, and he said his Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun and Dawn.
Mine is the original Dawn of the Dead from 1978. Classic. Love it. Fun
Did they even
times all
have
around.
malls in 1978?
Well, they shot it at a.
Is that a new thing? Was malls new in 78?
I feel like malls were. This is coming from someone who wasn't, but like malls were a thing in the 70s, and they became super popular in the 80s. Yes,
because of this movie.
No,
a lot of people didn't know what a mall was.
By like 1980, I feel like every big town was getting a mall, just kind of like they were also getting chain grocery stores and fast food restaurants. Like everybody was getting McDonald's and Burger King.
Not even super big towns either, because the town closest to my hometown was only like 40,000 people, and it had a mall.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
did you do your 3, Justin?
Yes, he did, and then I did my 3, which was Dawn of the Dead. So now it's your turn for number 2. Number 2.
I put Shaun of the Dead, not Dawn. Shaun. Dawn's also a name. I just thought of that. Girl's name Dawn. They could do a sequel and also call it Dawn of the Dead, but it's about a girl named Dawn. Wait, who's second? You or
Justin? Is now.
Justin.
No, I am. Return of the Living Dead. No, this probably wasn't on there last time we talked about this, but
was it
one of those that I'd only seen for the first time then and fucking fell in love with that movie? So fucking good. So good.
Huh.
I remember you guys watching that. Didn't you guys watch it together when the first time you watched it, Justin?
Probably.
Yeah, and I was disappointed I didn't get to come over and watch it.
Yeah, I've rewatched it several times since, and it's just fucking amazing. Holds up.
Yeah, it's great. It's my number 1. I guess I can mention that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You haven't done
my number 2 is Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Good honorable mention there.
That's the third one.
And that's my second favorite of all time. I fucking love Day of the Dead. It's has so many different tropes in it, but it's because it invented those tropes. You know, and you see why it's like all 3 of these movies are kind of just lumped together as, well, I mean, all the zombie Romero ones are, but like these are the ones that always exist while I was growing up.
Is that one outdoors?
It has a little bit outdoors, but it's mostly underground.
And then the 4th one's in like a parking garage or under a cement. I remember cement. They're underground in a.
Land of the Dead is the 4th one.
Yeah, aren't they in a?
They're outside. They're all sorts of crazy.
I remember
shit
the inside.
There's like a mall part in that one too. Even
it must have been like a parking garage or something that I'm remembering.
Just now occurred to me that there's a mall part in Land of the Dead also.
Number 1.
Yeah, yours.
I said Return of the Living Dead.
My biased opinion is the original Dawn of the Dead from 1978. I just fucking love that, specifically the director's cut. I had the VHS of that, and I just fucking watched it over and over and over again. So good.
Interesting. My number 1 is Shaun of the Dead. It's the most rewatchable zombie movie for me, and it's one of those ones that I've actually had to stop myself from watching for like around a year now, and I'm waiting until I can get back to watching it and it feeling fresh again because I used to watch it so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you got to take a break.
I fucking love that movie. It's so good. And it holds up like a real zombie movie. Like it has real emotion and scares and stuff,
Yeah, they
but it's also
the
hilarious.
comedy and drama and horror pretty good.
It's fucking good, solid. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's well balanced for sure. I see my copy of
straight comedy
for Game Gear on your table.
What?
Yeah, I've been using it in a couple pictures here and there.
Do you have the Game Gear still?
Yeah, I might. I'm not entirely sure. So now we're going to do a thing where I play annoying music and we talk about Justin's top 5 from last time, which was
episode 21, August 25th, 2020.
There's some interesting variations and results here. Some interesting things.
So I didn't do my list before.
And we're playing Justin's favorite music that I have here while we discuss it.
It's too loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, a little quieter.
Yeah, it's okay. Did you give your same list? Is that right?
Yes, I did because, How
does he match up?
My list is the exact same as it was August of 2020 when we last did this top 5 zombies. And when we were deciding to do this, I was like, no, I'm pretty sure we've done that. And Justin was just like, fuck it, we'll do it again. So
I remembered it too, even though I wasn't even on the show yet.
So then we just went and listened to it and figured it out what our lists were so I could write it down. Nick hadn't even done one because he wasn't on the podcast yet, so.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Last time, Justin's number 5 was Shaun of the Dead.
And what was it this time?
This time it was 28 days later. It actually switched spots with
itself?
Shaun of the Dead and 28 Days Later switched spots. So last time, Shaun was number 5 and 28 was number 3. This time, 28 was number 5 and Shaun was number 3. So Shaun moved up and 28 moved down in his opinion, which I'm okay with. Shaun of the Dead is much superior, so that's an improvement. We'll give you that. I agree with that. Number 4, Zombieland. Number 4, Zombieland. That checks out.
Oh, ding, ding. I need a ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we need some of that.
Some game show sound effects.
We do. I'm actually going to probably just do this all the time now, so just top 5s we've done, and then compare them to the other ones and give you shit. That'd be a fun game. And I'm going to get a ding sound.
It's like, like match game for himself.
We already discussed,
Or newlywed game for himself.
Try to guess what your top 5 was last time without listening, because the resources are there. Mm-hmm. Number 3 obviously was 28 Days Later last time. It was Shaun of the Dead this time. Number 2 last time, in an upset, went from Night of the Living Dead to Return of the Living Dead.
Oh.
Night of the Living Dead got fucking thrown out to the wind. And Return of the Living Dead, I mean, honestly, that's fine. You had at least one Romero movie on there, which is what's important.
Oh.
And it was Dawn of the Dead, which, here's the interesting part. Your number 1 was Dawn of the Dead Director's Cut. Last time, and this time. Specifically, the Director's Cut. I wrote it down, because I was going to give you shit if you left it out this time.
So we got 2 correct.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, you got the number 1 correct. So that holds up pretty substantial. Like I said, number 4 and 3 just swapped. And then you had the big upset of Night of the Living Dead. So
his number 1's going to stay number 1 just because that's his favorite.
Yeah, specifically the Director's Cut.
Yeah. I've watched the other cut, the regular cut.
Have you watched the Dario cut?
I have not seen that one.
Dario cut?
Dario Argento did the Italian version cut.
Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, there's famously 3 cuts of this movie. So.
Interesting. Well, that's that.
Some people change over time, and I hadn't seen Return of the Living Dead before. Fucking loved it. Can't believe I'd missed out on it for so long.
You watched that after your last top 5?
I think we covered it because we were reviewing that.
Mm-hmm.
We actually didn't. What episode was it?
Oh, yeah. 21. We did.
It was King of Staten Island and Project Alf.
Yeah.
That's a fucking strange mix up there, isn't it?
And top 5 zombie movies. Yes, the cover of the episode was Pete Davidson tattooing Alf.
That was fucking brilliant.
And a bunch of zombies in the background. Sean and Night of the Living Dead was the general background, and then also Bill Murray from Zombieland.
There you go.
Did you say you had an Austin Powers case?
Somewhere. I have the second one on VHS somewhere also. But not the first one. Anyway, I guess we will switch it to...
You know what I just watched?
Me pulling a can off some moron's fist?
Return of the Jedi.
Did you see Alien? When that creature was in that guy's stomach?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You ever seen that really old movie? Empire Strikes Back?
Jesus, Tony.
Welcome to Retro Release Reviews.
This is the new dance I invented. It's called Milking the Cow.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk
Yeah,
me?
that's what it
It's
reminds me.
probably already a dance by some redneck fuck, though.
Probably.
Oh, redneck.
Yeah, fuck him.
Tonight.
You offended me. I'm from the South, and that's not fair to say rednecks. I'm a redneck.
Anyway, what?
Tonight's feature film.
Yes, tonight's feature film is, I already forgot, Austin
1990s.
Powers.
It's the 25th.
International Man of Mystery.
Starring Mike Myers.
And.
Mike Myers.
And.
Elizabeth Hurley.
And a couple other people, but. Yeah, mainly them.
Mm-hmm.
Justin is looking at
and Sean
anal gaping porn right now.
Sean, Seth Green.
On your OnlyFans.
Exactly, that's what I said.
The special appearance from the late Carrie Fisher.
I wanted to clarify that for people.
And the late Will Ferrell's in here too.
Oh, yes. The late Will Ferrell. As in, he's canceled now because he's wearing dark face in this movie.
Dark cancel.
I don't know.
I'm putting it on Twitter. Cancel Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's some fucking Mike Myers shit.
Then he got white eyebrows when he's older, and that's ageist.
And the accent. Anyway.
Yeah, so 25 years later.
Mm-hmm. It's been 25 years. Overall, I'm going to say this didn't hold up for me as much as I thought it was going to.
Fuck no.
It did
I was kind of bummed out.
It did for me. I enjoyed it.
I was really disappointed.
How long had it been since you guys last watched it, though? Because it's been quite a while for me.
Same.
I probably hadn't watched it in a decade.
I watched a shit ton back in the day, so I didn't even need to watch it again.
Same.
But
I was a kid when these came out, so I was all about the sex jokes that were like, they're not over-the-top sex jokes, but
well,
they're...
that stuff that
you know
everybody
what I mean?
quoted a fucking million times, that obviously doesn't hold up. But.
There's some things that do hold up.
Like?
Let's see.
Ralph Orbisco holds up. She's pretty fucking funny. I loved all her dialogue. I still remember the leprechaun. It's a television commercial with the skeleton leprechaun.
Of course, she gets a lot more to do in
And
the
there's always a
sequels.
little bit of marshmallow stuck right in the cereal. So the kids see this and they think, oh, this is candy. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I love that. No, here's my favorite. My favorite thing from the entire movie is Russian intelligence. Are you mad? And then he's like, Austin, this is
finally those capitalist pigs will pay for their crimes.
He says, yay, comrade, finally these capitalist pigs will pay for their crimes, eh? And he says, Austin, we won. Oh, great, yay, smashing, yay, capitalism.
Now, was he just quick to side with his new rulers, or was he actually anti-capitalist?
I mean, that's the joke, is that he's just...
I think both.
Or whatever.
He's an anti-capitalist, but he also was just like, oh, this is what we're dealing with now. Okay, I guess.
But later in the movie, he's talking to Dr. Evil. He said that they were rebelling against rich people and corporations and stuff, so he could be anti-capitalist.
Yeah.
Who is that guy playing the Russian general? I know I've seen him in shit. He's just one of those guys, I guess.
Yeah. The fucking penis pump scene's pretty good. The one
It
suit,
keeps escalating with evidence that it's
one cravat, one pair of Italian boots,
Buongiorno, boys.
One record, Burt Bacharach's greatest hits. One Swedish-made penis enlarger pump. One receipt.
One credit card receipt. Signed Austin Powers.
One
warranty card.
Exactly.
Book, Sweetest Penis Enlarges and Me, signed Austin Powers.
This sort of thing is my bag, baby.
See, that held up really well to me.
That was funny still, yeah. There's a lot of shit in here, though, that was just fucking trash.
No.
A lot of the stuff with Dr. Evil's still pretty good, except the whole Mustafa thing.
Yeah, Mustafa was pretty bad there. I mean,
the killing joke is hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
But the betrayal is the only issue I have. It's like, just no.
Yeah,
no.
maybe he just had a tan. Maybe he just came back from...
Yeah.
I think there's an escape hatch I designed in here. If you could just open the door, I could escape.
Exactly. You shot me. You shot me right in the arm. And then, yeah, like we said before, the Lucky Charms bit there, that's great.
What about Random Task?
Random Task is obviously another
that only works,
obvious ass
That
reference.
only works if you're really familiar with Goldfinger, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Odd Job.
Odd Job, Random Task. Throws a shoe.
Well, they don't even really get the
That's
payoff.
the bit when they finally do. Yeah, the end of the movie when he gets hit with a shoe. Ow! That really hurt.
He throws a shoe, honestly.
But he's like fucking moving his chair around the whole movie and dragging off dead bodies.
Kids these days would not know what Dr. Evil is doing if they saw him do the Macarena.
No.
They'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
I'm with it. I'm hip. The 90s film tradition of not Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in that era. Which is very interesting and fun.
Well, he's also like referencing older movies.
Yeah, for sure.
That constantly go to Vegas, but
100%.
You're drinking there, Nick. That's a gigantic bottle.
My gigantic Gold Peak sweet tea.
Oh, I didn't know if you found some of that like Juicy Juice style Ecto Cooler that's out.
Oh, that shit that's supposed to taste like it.
Yeah.
Joe made that one recipe that's, I think, Ghostbusters News reported and a bunch of other people a couple weeks ago. It tasted, as I remember it, but it's just like 2 ingredients and then food coloring.
I do like the part when he's in Vegas and he's walking through the hotel.
There you are.
There you are.
Do I know
hey,
you?
do I know you? No, you. No,
but that's where you are.
You're there. Yeah, exactly.
The number 2 death scene is great with Tom Arnold sitting on the shitter next to him and they're talking. Goes on way too long and he's like, "How about a courtesy flush over there, man?"
Yeah. Bite your lip and give it hell.
Yeah. What did you eat, boy?
Yeah, as a kid, that shit was fucking hilarious. Now, it's hilarious until he says the "What did you eat?" line. Then it's just a little over the top. But I mean, I get it.
Almost seems deliberate, like they knew it was a dumb joke.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, but
Well, I feel like that's what half of this movie was. Like they knew some of it was so over the top. And then you know what's something else they did in this movie they didn't do in any of the sequels? Is all those little musical montages of just like 60s looking bullshit.
They didn't.
They did that in the sequels.
They did?
I thought they did.
They're like the scene transition shit.
Yeah. I guess what
was that
they
show?
did them in that 70s show as well.
What was that show called? Laugh-In or something? And they were like, I don't know.
Fuck if I know.
Could be, I don't know, man. But I just wasn't having as good a time watching. It's like there's definitely jokes that I really loved out of this movie. We're all just
all right. I mean,
I like the steamroller still, and
the steamroller's great.
Him trying to turn around in the hallway is great still.
Yeah, I mean, it's dumb comedy, but it still is funny. Yeah.
Did you see the deleted scene with the guy that gets run over by the steamroller and like they go to his wife and kids to tell him that he had died or something?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I recall that on the DVD.
That's on the
This is a very popular DVD when it came out because
yeah.
This movie did not perform at the box office. It was complete trifling trash at the box office.
Let's talk about one of my favorite scenes here real quick. The Carrie Fisher as the counselor scene.
Fuck yeah, when she's there with Scott and Dr. Evil.
First of all, you know, an evil petting zoo. You always do this. I'm pretty sure he wants to kill me. Actually, he's quite astute. I actually am trying to kill the boy. But so far, he's quite wily, just like his old man. And then he gets up and he's like, "Tell us about your childhood." And he's like, my father was blah, blah, blah. And he would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. That fucking got me. It's so ridiculous. And on occasion, he accused chestnuts of being lazy.
Yeah, that whole speech is classic.
At 14, I had my testicles ritualistically shaved. I love that whole scene there with her. We have to stop. I just love seeing her pop up places. It's good.
Yeah, she has a lot of cameos and things.
She also, I mean, as we found out later, you know, Ghost wrote a lot of stuff and came back and did rewrites on a lot of different movies and stuff. So it's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she the voice of Peter's boss on Family Guy?
Yeah. The whole sharks with lasers attached to their heads is kind of funny. We have sea bass. They're mutated sea bass. Well, That's a start.
The two little scenes where they have like Austin like naked and have all the fruit in front of him for his twig and berries and all that's pretty funny. And then they come back and do it later again with her at the end on the honeymoon.
Again, I found that way funnier as a kid. It just, I mean, I was kind of like, nostalgically it worked for me, but that's
now
it.
watching it, I just think it's kind of clever. It doesn't really make me laugh. Didn't they do that for like the whole opening for the second one? Isn't he like naked?
Yeah.
He's naked running through the city
Which, I don't know, I might like the second movie better, but that's just, I don't know why. I might have just seen it more. I'm not sure, but.
It's more comedically paced, I think.
But it also does do a lot of the same things from this one and just changes them, so.
Yeah. Them up to 11 a little bit.
The fembots are pretty entertaining. I don't.
Oh, I love the I touch myself scene. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's still pretty funny. Blows the bots up, but it's still like okay.
Oh, my first yikes moment, I think, was actually the moment he punched the woman. It was a ma'am. No,
the one that actually was a man.
Yes. It just.
But
goes
that's
like,
funny because it was a woman playing it, and then.
Yeah, I know it is. I mean, I get it. It wasn't like a real yikes moment. It was a little bit of one, but not like a real one.
Of course, that's based on the opening of Thunderball.
It was much funnier when it happened to the mom. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was the setup for the joke.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
So that one worked, obviously.
The changing actors is funny.
That's my mom. That reminds me of.
Stick.
It's my lunch.
Don't touch that.
Or he's always doing the judo chop, right? Too.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite unnoticeable ones as a child was the judo trip.
Oh.
You have closed captions on. That's what he says. Judo trip when he lunges the guy in to have his head eaten by the sharks, and then he does the whole, it's not one to lose your head, or lose one's head or whatever.
Never be the head of a major corporation.
Yeah. That's not the way to get ahead in life.
This movie just feels like a compilation of like all the silly ass jokes that Mike wanted to use in a movie or from like SNL skits and shit, and just kind of like thrown into one spot, like kind of written together to make everything else there.
And let's be fair, Dana Carvey should have just played Dr. Evil.
Yes, that would have been much better. Not that he's not bad, it's just kind of.
Well, it's been basically said that Mike Myers' Dr. Evil is based on Dana Carvey's impersonation of Lorne Michaels.
But they did it in Kids in the Hall first. That impression.
Oh, well, there you go.
Or at least in the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those things. Maybe he was not wanting to be, since they did 2 movies together already, he didn't want them to be known as a pair. He wanted his own independent career, but still, I don't like how by the time you get to the 3rd movie, he's playing 4 fucking characters, and you're like, I don't, fuck off.
Yeah, that's
like I've been there for a little bit. Yeah, with Eddie Murphy and then that.
That's some like Eddie Murphy level bullshit, and you're just like, how fucking pompous are you? Like, it's funny the first time you do it, but then after that, you're like, really, just work with other people. That must have been much more enjoyable for the audience.
That must have been a production nightmare too, with all the makeup.
I'll tell you what the best part of Goldmember is: the fake intro.
Yeah,
where Tom Cruise is Austin Powers.
That's the best part of that.
Kevin
movie,
Spacey's Dr. Evil,
Danny
which
DeVito's
checks out.
Danny DeVito's Mini-Me.
Exactly. I'm fucking Mini-Me as a machine gun and a cigar. That shit is awesome.
That's good.
Yeah, baby. That's the best part of that movie for sure.
Now, do you guys prefer the Wayne's World films or the Austin Powers films?
That's not even a fucking question, dude. I'm sorry.
Way like
I knew him, I think, but I wasn't sure about you.
I can go back and
world. I grew up watching those too. Like
it's sad that this got more sequels than. Although Wayne's World could have gave us a shitty 3rd one, and then it would
Wayne's World is harder to do a sequel to. Like, what does that plot look like? Because it can look like a million things. Austin Powers, like, we'll just do some, spy shit, make fun of Bond movies. The plot source material is so easy to just fucking do some
they're
shit.
Parodying other spy movies and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get another Wayne's World one of these days. It's that kind of comfort in Hollywood for it. So.
I think we'd get another Austin Powers before we would get another.
Yeah, they talked heavily about For Your Thighs Only.
They should have done one like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That'd have been time.
I don't want them to do it now.
No, I don't either. Although, did you, while we're wrapping up here, did you see the Beavis and Butthead trailer for the new season?
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. That looks
That
pretty
should be fun.
Van Driesen hasn't aged.
Neither have Beavis and Butthead.
They time traveled, though.
Yeah, but...
Are they back in the 90s again? I don't know.
Well, they actually already went to 2013, too, in the last seasons. Like, that's where they lived. Like, they did it how normal cartoons do it, where they just fucking are in whatever time.
I know.
So, it's interesting that the movie kind of erases that season, I guess you could say.
That's what I was saying.
But that season wasn't worth erasing. It wasn't bad by any means. It was fun, so...
Yeah, I just don't think it was highly watched, so I think they just kind of left it up for the average viewer.
Beavis and Butthead is one of those shows where they're pretty much just left where they were left off at the end of every episode, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, it's just whatever. The canon of Beavis and Butthead is not something nobody gives a fuck about. You know what I mean? Like, we do not... It's not worth arguing about. Who cares?
If you're OCD.
Exactly. The Beavis and Butthead continuity! Ooh!
Yeah, it's not like we're having a Leonard Maltin level discussion here about the longevity of Beavis and Butthead through film and television, so...
Possibly.
We should.
You got any last words? Any goodbyes?
Famous last words, Justin?
No, I mean, make sure you hit us up on social media. We need to give these tickets away to...
Tickets?
Patreon also. Patreon.com/The Frog Bros Podcast.
Tickets,
or Frog Bros Podcast.
Tickets to what?
Summer of Santa Carla.
Yeah, it's coming up for
You playing your little thing? You're playing a little commercial?
Not right now. It's already played.
Oh.
Because of editing.
They've already heard it.
The magic of editing.
The audience already knows what's happening.
Yeah, so I guess that's that, everybody. Good night.
Throw it in the can.
Halloween season is here. Actually, I got another... Fuck you, yes it is.
It's July.
August 1st begins Halloween season for us.
For you, maybe.
I thought it was September.
And our podcast actually begins it September 1st
exactly.
as a celebration, just because we don't want to do 3 months of it. In my personal life, it begins as soon as Halloween stuff shows up in stores.
Let it not be 100 degrees out.
To be clear, Dollar Tree, Michael's, Home Goods, a couple different places are having fall and Halloween stuff pop up.
Crazy.
Also, Sam's Club now has the Monster Cereals Variety Pack, which includes the full boxes for Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Frankenberry, and the not seen since 2013, and since before that it was probably like 1981, maybe 2, 3. I don't know when they discontinued that originally. Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute.
Which is the cherry flavored Monster cereal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to buy a box, take the marshmallows out and eat it because I've always wanted to try it.
There you go.
I'm also going to buy all the other Monster boxes. They're actually, the art style is a collaborator with an artist named Ka, who apparently, I hear, does a lot of Fortnite shit, so is relevant in the young kids universe.
Young kids.
But basically, they look like the vintage boxes, but instead of dots for eyes, they have X's for eyes. That's the only difference. So it's like they're dead. So I'm here for it. That's a cool little difference. It's not something that makes me cringe. I'm here for it. That's the only other bit of news I had, I think. Other than, I guess there's Halloween Twix and Snickers that have been announced. Those look pretty dope.
They got green colored nougat or something.
Yeah, the Twix has the crackers green. And then I think the Snickers, the nougat is green.
And I guess we can mention the Nickelodeon Slime Apple Jacks that I picked up at Walmart, and I haven't tried it yet. I haven't seen my milk turn green yet.
I was going to say, that's the only gimmick to that, right?
If you see them again...
I think there's a sour apple flavor added to it, too, or something.
If you see them again, hit me up, and I'll let you know if I've got them or not, because I might just have you pick up me a box or two.
That was Walmart and Olathe or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, Blue Springs didn't have them yet, but they probably will. But I'm hoping I can get my hands on those Monster cereals soon, too.
You said they're already at Sam's Club?
Yes. Our YouTube has been updating a lot recently. I hope everybody didn't just tune out thinking we were ending super quickly, but I just want to say go to our YouTube because it's been updating a lot recently, youtube.com/The Frog Bros.
You're moving them all from a sub-channel to the main channel.
Yeah, but also subscribe because starting September 1st, we're doing basically a 60 days of Halloween, 2 months of Halloween.
61 days.
Whatever. Be technical.
I think there's
You're
30
right.
days in September, right?
Yeah.
61 days.
61 days.
No, we're stopping before Halloween.
I don't know.
We're only doing like 8 episodes in that time, right?
No. We're doing... We will probably be putting the regular podcast on a hold, if you will, number-wise, and just doing 2 months of Haunted by Tapes for the podcast.
No.
But that doesn't mean we won't be doing the regular news segments at the beginning of those episodes.
Then what's the difference?
It'll be called Haunted by Tapes and have that music, and because that's the horror show. I shouldn't have to explain.
Horror show.
And then the YouTube itself will also feature a bunch of Halloween content of all the things.
By the time you see this, the YouTube should be updated because everything before this should already be uploaded, and the audio feed should be updated as well.
Definitely.
There you go. So welcome to the future where you heard us talk about the past that had already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Freaky.
What? I don't understand what's going on.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.